Welcome back to the DASCAR Pokemon Pro Series Season 3. Today we're doing something a little bit more different than what I had planned to do. Originally, our next race was going to be in Vancouver, Canada, the Vancouver road course. You know, that one that used in kart where the Molson Indy Vancouver was. You guys remember kart racing, right? That's the track we were supposed to head to, the streets of Vancouver. But I did a race there. I tried to do a race there actually, but everyone kept spinning on one final turn before the start-finish line, and I felt that it wasn't fair to have that. And not, well, unfortunately, of course, I can't fix it, so it must have been with the track setup and everyone just slipping on that final turn. It just didn't make for fun racing, and it wasn't fair. So we're going to change things up differently, and instead of having one race, we're going to have two races in the same track. We're instead going to be going to the streets of Toronto, so it is still going to be a street race, a street course race like we had planned, but it'll be in the streets of Toronto instead of Vancouver. Now, I decided to split this to two races because the track cannot hold more than 23 cars in one race. So I had to make a little bit of adjustments and set this as a dual weekend here in Canada. We'll have two races just like what Indy Toronto does right now. Well, not this year, but previous seasons they did two races in Toronto here at this Toronto street course. And we're going to do that this year as well. So anyway, the first race will have drivers numbered 1 to 24, and the rest will have drivers numbered 25 to 99 in the second race. Just like we did dual races back in the Pokemon Cup Series, we're going to do it here in the Pro Series. We also have dual races coming up in Barcelona, then Barcelona Cataluna, Belle Isle Park in Detroit, and then the Indianapolis Grand Prix, which will be dual races in the Indianapolis road course. So this is the first of those dual races here in Toronto, Canada. And we're keeping the Chevy Indy Toronto, Indy Canada name, even though it should be called Honda Indy Toronto, but we decided to give Chevy a sponsored race because Chevy's part of this too. So anyway, here are the starting lineup for race 1. Again, drivers numbered 1 to 24 will be competing, and then drivers 25 to 26 to 99, or 25 to 99 I should say, will be competing in the second race. DJ Curtis starts on pole here in Toronto, the first of two races here. A doubleheader in the streets of Toronto. Here we go. Green flag is out in race number 1 in the Chevy Indy Canada. Great start for DJ Curtis. Battle for third place here, Tony Green. Each race can last 13 laps. Luke Walker has the preferred line right now. And he's pulled away. Luke Walker has third. Now we have a battle for 6th place. And Alex Hawkins going to get it. Ooh, boy. Goldberg's a little high there. Goldberg gets hit. Driver's being held up. I just saw one driver screech tires. That's Jeffrey Finguy's around. Now these drivers can't get through the turn, and they get stuck. Oh no, mess here. Debris flying on the track. I'm surprised they didn't pull out a yellow. There's like debris there, and they did not pull a caution. They better be careful. They better clean up the debris quick. Because if they catch up, the leaders catch up again in this corner, their tires are going to pop out. Oh! Joseph Shrigley has hit the wall, and now the yellow is out. Yellow is out. A full course caution's out. Might have been for James Shelley. It might have been for Brandon Nichols. Really? It was for them? They didn't spin out? Or it must have been the debris on the track. The officials might have finally saw the debris and took action. And Luke Walker moved up to second. How is that possible? He was in third. Huh. Weird. He was full. Oh, boy. Noah Ponzer spins on the corner. Couple more drivers spin. Also on the same corner, and debris was piling up. So I guess that you could say that was the caution. That was the reason for the first caution, with all the debris flying around the track here in lap 1. But man, it was weird. And they're still green, so I think they're going to race it back. Yeah, they'll race it back to the line. DJ Curtis has a big lead. And yeah, they're going to race it back. Well, he's got no competitors in behind. Well, he's pulling away, so he could just coax to the line of the caution unless if he wrecks out, and he does. Gonna skip a little bit ahead so that we can get right to it. Curtis hits the wall. So does Luke. 2.5 second lead. Ponzer's in the wall. Be very careful with the turn. And the caution's out. Now let's see if they're going to come down pit road. No pit stops right now. Back to green in Toronto. Oh, battle for third, and Philip Goldberg is going to get third place. Ponzer again hits the wall and loses the position. And now you see Alex Hawking's going to go for the 5th spot, I think. No, he's 4th. Ponzer again hits the wall, and Ponzer's having problems with the walls here. It's just not been his best friend, and now Nathan Hudson gets held up. Hudson goes through 4 wide. There's not enough room. There's not enough room. They're wrecking. I'm surprised we still haven't had a caution yet. All this is happening, and yet there's no caution. Now, whoa, no, whoa. They're hitting the wall everywhere. At least it's better than Vancouver, when everyone just spun on the final turn and wrecked all at once. This one, though, is more competitive, more fair balanced. But yet the walls are hitting everyone. Just about everyone is getting a piece of the walls, and there's no escape. Now Henry Kavanagh. No, Kavanagh's looking for position over the 8 machine. He can't get there yet. Can he get him on the turn, on the braking zone? Gonna try to get him on the chicane. Gonna have to be careful with the walls himself. He does make it through. Oh no, now his 12 is getting held up. And Kavanagh drops. Oh my gosh. And now Luke Walker is dropped out of 2nd. He hit the wall. And now the yellow is finally out. About time. Yep, he's hit the wall. He's in the wall, and he loses a couple positions. Oh no, the yellow's not out. I thought there was, because the flagman waved a red flag, but that pit road is closed. And I thought that was the yellow, but no, it's not. We're still going green. Very tight. Oh, Hudson. No, Jeffrey Finguy is around, and now the caution is out. They gotta pull a caution out because they have to clear the debris that's left around this track. Wow. We've had green flag runs, but honestly, I don't know how they would keep it green throughout the entire run for 2 laps, because everyone's spinning, everyone's hitting the wall, debris is flying everywhere at the track. Not sure how it took them a while to bring out another caution. I guess they want to keep it competitive and hope for battles for the race lead. But it's not been happening this race. Curtis is still dominating race 1. We might see more of the same here in race 2, unless something could be done. Unless if Curtis, though, gets in the wall, which hopefully he's hoping he doesn't do. Oh, he got a bit of peace, but not much damage. Not enough damage to lose his lead. And Curtis is still the race leader. Going to be down to the final 4 laps, I think, here at Toronto. This could be exciting. We'll see. 4 laps to go in Toronto. 2 cautions so far. Will we see a third? And that probably will end the race. We're back to green. Curtis is already off to a great start. Not surprised, DJ Curtis got a wonderful rocket start. He is the leader after all. He's led every lap so far today in Canada. But we'll see if he'll keep it. Now he's... Oh, look at Goldberg. He was trying to make a pass on Zaya Bernash, and look at this. He's still trying to make a pass. That's good news for Curtis, and Philip Goldberg gets the pass. So there is a couple passing zones at this track. Oh no, everyone piled up. No, not everyone. Luke Walker only. A couple drivers just spun, but not everyone. Now Finn Guy is hugging the wall. What a shame. Now second place is Philip Goldberg. 3 to go. Will he be able to challenge DJ Curtis for the race lead? Curtis's margin is a second, but that could change with the wall smashing. Everyone's been smashing the wall all day. I don't see Curtis smashing the wall a lot, but he had his moments early. But he has been in control most of the day. We'll see if it will be kept in this case here tonight. Will it be or won't it be? Oh, this could be pretty tight here. Fitzwater and Powers battling by side by side. Well, not side by side. Bumper to bumper. More drivers spin on the same turn. Oh, they're held up. No caution. Again, debris flying, but still, no caution. They might set up a white flag finish. I think that's what they were trying to go for. 2 to go. And Goldberg has narrowed the gap, but not by much. It's still over a second. Must be pretty cramped to race here at this track. There are a couple passing zones, but gotta be very careful with the walls. As you could see, everyone was just banging each other in the walls. One little wall slip, and that could leave the door open for your opponent to take the position. And now Goldberg has hit the wall harder than Curtis. Curtis hit it, but Goldberg did it harder. And now look at Curtis. He's got an insurmountable lead. He could just pretty much coax from there. He hits the piece. And so does Goldberg. So does the third place driver, Hawkins. And caution's out just before the white was about to hit with 1 to go. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter because DJ Curtis had a big lead anyway. 3 seconds thanks to Philip Goldberg smashing the wall at the wrong time. So this is going to be a dominating day for DJ Curtis. As he comes off the final turn, he'll take the win in the first race of the Chevy Indy Canada here in the streets of Toronto. And what a first race it was, and here are the results. And this race, everyone, and in dual races, by the way, in dual races, everyone earns points. So the top 30, usually the top 30 in each race earn points only. But in dual racing, since each race has 21 cars, everyone earns points. So everyone will at least have a couple points in this season. So no one is going to finish the race with 0 points, obviously. every driver is going to have a couple points, and it could set up a championship fight. It could make the championship fight more interesting. So, Brandon Nichols, I'm surprised. He was the only driver that retired from this race, from race 1. We'll see if race 2 will be more competitive here in the streets of Toronto, so don't go away. Race 2 is coming up. Welcome back to Toronto. We have race 2 coming at you right now here in the Chevy Indy Canada. Drivers 25 to 99 are now taking the field as David Land is on the pole for race 2. Skies have gone darker, but we're still expected to have a good race. We are green here in Toronto. Oh, and they waste no time wrecking. Oh, man. Carter Baker spins on the first lap. Right here, he got hit to Jacob Lawler, sends right down the rails, and Connor Breton gives him a nudge, and there goes Baker. Baker spins out. Everyone, well, it wasn't, well, first race was pretty peaceful, but except for drivers hitting the wall everywhere, but this one is going to be a completely different story. Well, in the back, but maybe not in the front. Great start for David Land. Now let's Justin Roberts. He's going to go for the position here. Going to try to pass Robert Piet on this corner. He does, and I saw a couple more spin. Yep, same old. They're hitting the wall. Oh! LaPlante nearly got turned. Oh, driver's hitting the wall again. Lopez in it. This time the crews are going to have more time to, they're going to start earlier than expected to clean the debris out. Dylan Young is involved. Aganin is involved. David Land, the leader. So what an eventful start here in race 2. This means it's going to be different than what we saw in race 1. Green flag. And look at David Land. He didn't get a good start. Nick Pericles tries to take advantage. This is completely different from race 1. And Pericles takes the lead. Last time we last saw that DJ Curtis led every lap. No one was able to pass him, but Nick Pericles, he found a way to get through David Land for the race lead. Now Land wants it back. Oh boy. Jacob Lawler's hit the wall. Lawler hits it. No! Roberts as well. Oh, whoa, no. 3 wide. Oh no, there's not enough room for 3 wide. And how did they make it through? How they made it through? And how Nick Pericles, he took the race lead from Land, and now Land drops back. The pole center has lost second, and now he's dropped to third. A shocking result in race 2. Obviously, it's going to be much different than what we saw in race 1. And our second caution's out today, and Leia Walker brought it out officially. But anything could have been our second caution. Honestly, anything that happened here in this lap, or our last lap, I should say, could have brought out the second caution. Nick Pericles, he took the lead from David Land, the pole setter, and it's still stunning. It was like it was like the Belle Isle duels we did in season 1. In race 1, the leader led every lap and won the race from the pole. But in race 2, it was a different story. The pole setter did win race 2 in Detroit in season 1. It was a different winner. And now they're looking to be the same here in Detroit, in Toronto. We're coming back to Detroit this season, season 3, for dual races, and we might come back here in Toronto next season as well. Nick Pericles leads us to the caution. Surprise, surprise here in the duels in Toronto. But will Nick Pericles be able to get a good start off David Land? Or will he just falter? Green flag. Pericles a pretty clean start. Sam Rogers in second place. And we got a couple battles in the back here. Oh, Carter Baker. Look at him going on the bottom. He's not going to get a pass. Oh, look at Connor Breton. He gets third place from David Land as David Land's free fall continues. Oh, he's at the wall. A little bit more leg room now because Jacob Lawler just went through on the high lane. And now he's battling with Robert Piet. Lawler gets by. Lawler won that battle. Sam Rogers right on the back bumper, and he spins his tires, and he loses grip. Yellow is out. Caution! Oh, and Siegel and the others are spun out. They also spun. Nick Pericles leads to the caution flag. It's going to set up a final battle of 3 laps. Can Nick Pericles hold on? We're back to green with 3 to go. 93 is done from the race, but 39 is still the race leader. That was Victoria Aganen. Aganen, by the way, retired. Land is up to 3rd and Rogers to 4th. Now you see Pericles pull away. Good job by the 39 machine to pull away from the pack. And unless if he hits the wall hard, he might be okay. But we still got 3 to go, and still could be anybody's game if Pericles slips. Oh, look at Breton. Great move there. He was trying to hang on, and he does. 2 to go for Nick Pericles. Can he hold off to win his 2nd race this season? He might, because the caution's out. Just when he passed the start-finish line, the yellow is out. Not surprising. Connor Reed's got only 1 chance. 1 lap to get by Nick Pericles. Can the Season 17 PCS champ do it? Or will Nick Pericles become the first 2-time winner this season? He won a controversial race at Mid-Ohio. Now he's looking at Toronto to his wins list. Breeden spun out, and that might have just given the race to Nick Pericles. Down the final corner. Well, actually, the final chicane, I should say. No challenge because Breen spun out, and Nick Pericles going to see the white flag and the caution flag. And he might just win it here in race 2. And coming off the final turn, Nick Pericles wins race 2 here in the Chevy Indy Canada. Congratulations to our 2 winners from Toronto, DJ Curtis and Nick Pericles. Our 2 winners here in the streets of Toronto in the Exhibition Place. We had fun here in the duels, and we're going to have another set in Detroit right after we go into Europe. Next up, we'll be heading on our 5-race tour, I think, to Europe. And well, it's going to be exciting. There's going to be thrills and spills and chills in Europe. So we're going to go through 4 different countries in Europe. We hope you'll join us there, and we'll see you guys next time as the PPS will go Europe starting on our next race. So congrats to our 2 winners from Toronto, Nick Pericles and DJ Curtis. We'll see you guys in Europe.